where we're going to camp with the 40 grammer.
What, you want to camp here?
No, not now.
But later.
Yeah, once we've done the top bit.
We're just bush bashing, trying to work out how we're going to get into a spot we want to get into. So it's probably going to get a little bit bumpy. Dad and Reese have been here before, but I haven't, so they've just been talking me through the ground. What can you see that you like, Reese?
Actually, I think the 40 gram is just on the other side of that little fucking creek just there.
Alright, so where are we going to go then?
Maybe.
Why didn't we just come in the way that we came in last time?
Because there's too many tracks and I haven't got the track on my Hema to get through and it was too far to come through.
Alright, what do you want to do then?
He's deaf. Dad! Wave.
No crew. Just on the other side there of this bush here, that's where the 42 come from.
Just there.
Just there.
So we're just over that hill there then?
We're just there.
Yeah.
But we'll do that top section,
And then we'll go look.
then we'll move.
Yeah.
Because, as you can see, I mean, this is all the wash from there.
Just like the top of that hill. Don't fall over, dickhead. Porphyry and iron.
Porphyry and iron.
See that cap there?
Yep.
Just up in there is where that little cleared area is in the top there.
Okay.
Here you've got two iron bars smacking together. There you've got the iron smacking into the porphyry. If you go on the other side of that ridge, it's exactly the same. There's another ironstone and porphyry contact. That one's got quartz. That also goes down to that flat.
Nice.
So we've got a bit of ground to do. But you know where we are, Buff? Don't you?
No.
That's just there.
Oh, I haven't been here.
Yes, you have. We
Right
camped
here?
just there.
We camped just there.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
like 100 metres away.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, wow.
How's that for an effort, eh?
Look what they've done.
Yeah. Look, you just see there, there. But look how old the trees are.
So how long ago do you reckon?
Oh, I reckon VLX.
20 years ago?
Yeah, you wouldn't have done that unless you got some decent pieces. But it stops here. So evidently, the gold's come through and stopped right here.
So why have they done that?
Because it must have been worth doing. Why would you do a lot of physical labour? But what I would say is...
Wait, hang on. What? What nuggets?
That's a hole.
That's a
Oh.
hole
That's
right
an old
there.
chopper right
Oh, it is
Yeah.
too.
here. There's one over there.
Yeah.
Must have been rich for them to do that.
Yeah.
Just cleared all that.
But this creek, that saddle, that hill, all the flats down below it, all need looking at. All that way too.
Nice. All right, we've set up camp. Very elaborate, I know. We have caravans and camper vans, but we always camp like this. Why do we camp like this, Dad?
Because most of the places we go, you can't get a caravan in.
And why wouldn't we use a tent?
Because
Can't be fucked.
you really don't need one. You don't, this sort of area up here, you don't get too much rain.
And I know people ask about snakes and spiders. What do you say about that?
Oh, have a look around, there's no grass, so at the moment, well, if you're detecting properly, you shouldn't have a drama because you should be watching the ground in front of you anyway, and you'll see.
No, I'm talking about, they'll ask what about snakes and spiders getting in your bed?
They won't get in there.
Anyway,
They don't like swags. Oh, camp beds.
what'd they tell you that?
Yeah, no, even the ants have dramas getting up the aluminium legs.
Yeah, well, anyway. But that's our setup. So now I'm going to make a sandwich and we're going to go for a bit of a wander. Hey, Dad?
Yep.
Cool. So Dad, Reese and I are on a 10-day prospecting trip up in the middle of absolute nowhere, which I'm really excited about. Dad and Reese and Mum have all been here before. I haven't. This is my first time. We don't have any signal or anything. We really are in the middle of the fucking desert. Bumfuck nowhere. So I'm excited. I'll take you along for the journey. I'll probably have a couple of vlogs out of this. Us finding gold, us finding fuck all. Who knows? Hopefully it's the first option. But yeah, keep you updated. Lunch day 1. We've only just got here. We haven't really set everything up and I'm just starving, so do not judge me. I can't find the plates. So I'm making my sandwich on the back of the fridge. I got vegan cheese, veganese, vegan ham, really gourmet stuff out here. And slap that on there. Get my cheese out. My vegan cheese. Honestly, when I'm out bush and it's hot and there's flies everywhere and we're working, the last thing you can be doing in the middle of the day in the heat is cooking. Normally I love to cook. Probably for dinner I'll cook something nice, but this is what we're getting for now. I'm about to go for a walk, so I just need something quick. This is pretty fucking average, but anyway. Also, this is my 7th bit of bread for the day, so health.
You're an arsehole. Smell like shit.
Wait.
I had one fly on my lip. Tyler, you'll be right out here. You don't have to dig deep holes.
I got that. You arsehole. Fuck off. The flies are so annoying.
I just want to quickly explain what I'm doing here.
Not my
Normally,
tapping.
I
I'm
would
gonna
just
smash against this bit of iron stuff.
recognize that it's a hot rock and I would move on. But the reason I am doing this is because this was quite a loud signal and we have been finding so many specimens in this area that look like hot rocks. They're ironstone and they're filled with gold inside. So Dad's just made it very clear that we have to check the insides, make sure there's no gold speckles. I'll put a photo here so you can see what I'm talking about. Hence my vigilance over a bloody hot rock. This did turn out just to be a hot rock as well, which was a little bit of waste of time, but you got to do what you got to do.
The car's literally like 20 meters away. So I'm going to leave it there. Look how dry my lips are already. Oh my God. I'm going to leave it there and then come back for it tonight and I'll show Dad and we can crack it open together. I normally don't wear headphones like this because they really annoy me and they get caught and rip out of my ears. I normally have, but my ox on it's broken, so I've had to use these. Anyway, not much around. At least it's not too hot yet.
So I was just walking through the bush and I've come across this situation again, which was the same as before. Very, very small area though, where a prospector has come through, scraped back the rocks. We're assuming they've scraped them back so they can detect them. We're assuming they were using an old machine. It was a very long time ago and it couldn't handle the hot rocks. So basically they've scraped back all the big ironstone rocks and detected, because there's chop holes under the scraped ground, which tells us that there was gold here. You wouldn't do that for no reason. Gold's the best indicator for gold. It also tells us that whoever did this last was using an old machine. So our new machines are going to outperform them, which is really good. And this was done on a lot of the hills in the area. So what we obviously did was make sure that we did them properly, and then any other hills in the area that had similar circumstances.
And I've been put on the hill with those rock piles that I showed you. So that like someone has come in and like scraped up and put rock piles. The first lot that I showed you. Because Reese found a 2 grammer like just below them. I'll show you in a second. So I'm chaining. Basically, Reese found the 2 grammer just there. That's where the rock piles are, about 15 meters up on the hill. We're on a massive for me, hill. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that live in much bigger hills than this, but this is a hill for us, and I've just been chaining. So I start here, walk in circles, and every chain overlaps. There's my chain marks, just there, and it overlaps with that one and overlaps with that one. To be completely honest, I find chaining very boring, but unfortunately that's what we've got to do. So it could be a very deep target. That would be great. Massive fucking nugget, really deep down. Would froth that. That's the best case scenario. Could be ground noise, worst case scenario. The ground's hell mineralized here, so it's really noisy and there's a heap of hot rocks. Another option it could be, probably the least likely, but you never rule it out as a prospector. And the fact it's on a cross fault is good. Inventory is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so slowly just adding all this to your inventory of like information about this area and what's going on, and like even for little things. So like if Dad comes back and he's like, oh, you know, that old road up on the hill, found a nugget just on the east side of that, I know now where that old road is because it's in my inventory. So like you're slowly just like adding things. What else we got? All right, here there's a little iron bar popping up. I'll walk over to it. They're rabbit holes, so nothing exciting. God, so rocky. Okay, iron bar popping up. It's washing down there. I'm on a slight rise, and then boom, big contact zone with some quartz. We know here as well that the gold is in the ironstone, but it associates where the quartz is. So that contact zone's interesting. There's like literally like there's so much going on. Like even here, there's just so much geology and information that the ground's telling you. Little bar popping up. What else is going on? Another rise through there on the other side of that quartz. It's a very mineralized, geologically rich area. This rise as well, one side is ironstone, the other side is porphyry. Another contact straight through it. And on the other side of that hill is chop holes everywhere, which is interesting. So the chop holes are on the porphyry side, but there's ironstone washall going through it. So in hills that look like that in the area, I would target them. Yeah, just like when you're walking through the bush as a prospect, you're just constantly looking, constantly gathering information. No information is too big or too small. Always looking down as well. You never know what you'll see. Hopefully it's gold, not a snake. I haven't seen any snakes or anything yet, but hopefully it stays that way. Alright. Do you want a cupcake? Marco? So far, Reach is the only one that's found any gold.
And how far out are you, Ty?
Not far at all.
Tell him about the signal.
Oh yeah, I've got a signal.
Yeah.
In a bar. But it's quite fat. I don't know if it's ground noise or not, but I don't want to just leave it and not do anything about it. Because it's in like a cross fault. And maybe when we go up to pan that other stuff, we could pan that as well, just to check. Yeah, good idea.
Right.
Okay, while you watch me dig in incredibly hard ground, I just want to say we have a way up coming up now after this find. And I just want to preface it by saying that we are doing exploration prospecting right now. Well, true prospecting. We are looking for new ground. So in the winter, we go on these trips to find new ground to mine. So we mine for a living. We use our excavator, our loader, our dry blow, our rock crusher, etc., etc. But we can't mine if we're not constantly finding new ground. So in the winter, we go away to find ground for us to mine. So when we do this way up, gold is the best indicator for gold. So I'm quite excited about the amount of gold we're finding because it means that we are on some new good ground. So I hope that makes sense and kind of explains the difference between prospecting and mining. I won't ruin any more, actually. You know what? I'm going to ruin the way up, so I'll shut up now.
All right, we got it. Not looking good. And it's a fucking nail. Is that a car? No. Anyway, all that for a nail. No, it's okay. You're in it now. Say hello. Oh! Dad's tired, so he's not going to stay for the way up. I'll have to kneel down. Oh! We're kind of weighing up throughout the day, so we already know what we've got roughly, but I thought I would do a weigh up to show you guys. Dad didn't want to be in it because he's tired. Reese doesn't want to be in it because he hates the camera, so it's just me. But day 2, and we're off to a good start. In nuggets, Reese and Dad have found, well, mainly Reese. I haven't found anything. Some prospector, but Reese has found 15.5 grams. I'll show you guys. 15.3 grams. One of these is Dad's, but the big one and I think that one there is Dad's, that little one. That's all Reese's, so he's doing really well. To be fair though, he was put on a patch that we found last time we were here, but anyway. He's still doing well. And then these are what is exciting. Oh, these don't even, you can't even do these in the scales. See, they max out the scales. That's definitely going to max out the scales, but I'll show you this. These are 2 big ironstone species. They've got gold all through them. This one is super dense. You see all that? That's all gold. All through there. All through there. I'll show you better lighting tomorrow. And this one. This is why you always check your hot rocks. So where Reese is now, where he found these, is a patch where we've been finding a heap of ironstone species. It was really exciting. So there's probably, well, we weighed this on the 500 gram scales and it maxed it out. So it means the whole rock weighs more than half a kilo. But even, there's definitely at least a couple of ounces in that one. And you'd hope there'd be at least 20, 50, half an ounce, 20 grams in that one. So all up, we'd probably, like, safe to say we'd have at least 3 ounces, including the nugs. And it's end of day 2. So that's exciting. I'm going to make some gnocchi pesto, read my book and go to bed. Hopefully I find some tomorrow because I'm the only one that's not on the board. It's a bit embarrassing.